Welcome back. Today we're visiting a newly deployed halter farmer, Hamish McClennan, based out on the Hauraki Plains, to see how he uses halter with his daily tasks.
So we're in, just out of Ngatea, milking 720-ish cows at the moment, 240 hectares and 50 side herringbone shed. Yeah, pretty basic really, but goes well.
On Hamish's to-do list today are three main things. Do a pasture walk to check the accuracy of Halter's automatic pasture readings, plan his pasture allocation for the next day while scheduling his cows to move between his virtual breaks, and finally, remotely shift his cows to the shed for afternoon milking.
Yeah, and we were just talking before how even though you're using Pasture Pro or Halter to make pasture decisions, you're also coming out, looking at the paddock, double checking against the app what you're seeing, and before putting cows in there. So it's more like a tool.
I trust the app. But it's you've got to put some effort in to get a better product out. Before you sort of had a rough idea, you know a paddock's down there coming up or whatever, but if you can see it on a map, you can see the colour of it. And you can just drive down, have a look over the fence. Yep, that looks about right. Chuck the cows in. So you just it saves time driving around and going back to staff again, like they know exactly where the grass is, so it's easy for them.
Are they quite invested in it, would you say?
The staff, they've had massive buy-in.
Oh, cool. That's cool.
Our 2IC in particular, he loves it. It's made his life easy. He's sort of quite new to pasture management, but this has helped him a lot. As long as your pre-grazing is right, the cover is right, you can't really get it wrong because it tells you exactly how many kilos each cow's getting.
Brilliant.
Whereas before I was sort of saying, put the reel up between the tree and the trough and run it to the second gate, and it's a bit hit and miss really.
Hey, we've all, that's definitely how I did it when I was farming.
Exactly.
But like you say, it kind of takes out that element of human error, I suppose, a little bit.
And then that also put it in the easiest place. Well, we're flat here, but like on a hill, we had a few hills at the last place, and it would just go from across the flat bit rather than up and over the hill to get it right,
Okay, I think next thing would be to look at the app, and we'll just have a look at like what you're seeing and what we're seeing in this paddock as well.
Yeah, so on the app you've got different coloured paddocks. The dark ones are longer, so it's very easy to see where your grass is.
I was going to say, so rather than, even though it's useful to click on each paddock to have a look at the metrics in depth, from a high level view, you can have a look and say, well, these ones are darker.
You can see straight away.
These ones are lightest.
And if you can sort of try and graze it in blocks, so you know that you've got 2 or 3 long ones over there, and you get that, and then when you're done over there, come over here, and it just makes it really easy. So this is the one they're going into tonight. When you click on it, it brings up the metrics of the paddock. So you got your days, how many days ago it was grazed, 23 days, the size of it, the growth rate, the available feed, and the cover, which is 28, 26, and the amount of feed in the paddock.
What's your eye telling you on that?
I'd say it's probably not far wrong. By eye.
Be honest.
No, I'd say it's not me. Probably not far wrong, I'd say, this paddock.
As you know, plate meters are amazing tools to accurately record your pasture cover. But the main drawback is that they are only reading coverage on the one line that you've walked. On the flip side, Halter records your pasture cover by tracking changes daily using satellite imagery, weather data, grazing data, as well as the covers that you record. So, unlike your weekly farm walks, Halter updates your numbers every day.
Okay, so that's what, 2922, just slightly out, about 100, or a bit less than 100 out. So I can click on the paddock, record cover for the full paddock. I'll put it down as 2922, put that in, save that, and then we can allocate our break with the right pre-grazing cover.
So Hamish has just got to move a mob of cows. Do you want to give us a bit of context as to why you're doing it?
After milking they sort of go into the first break, which is reasonably small, and then when the last one gets there, I let them over.
Yeah,
so they can all have a crack at it, and then I generally move them about an hour-ish. Yeah, so they get one last one before milking. Just need to give them one more break. So click on the paddock, add a break. Today for the young cows, draw a new one. Probably another 2 kilos roughly I think they'll need. So that's down the bottom, so 1.8. So they've had 6 already, so this would be getting them up to 9. So that's 3.3. If they have that break there, which is right there, so that's about right. Cool, and then save that break. So that'll give them 3.3 kilos. Drop the brake, shift to brake 1, drop and shift now, and then hold it. And off they go, 3 minutes time. Before halter they had either half a paddock or a whole paddock, and they just went in, yep. But now you've got the ability to hold them up till the last cow gets there after milking, and then let them over. So they all get a fair crack at all the good stuff, yeah. Otherwise your first 2 rows will do a big lap of the paddock and eat all the good stuff, and old skinny heifer at the back gets nothing. So yeah, it's quite amazing. That's something I never really thought about when I got halter, is they don't rely on you to give them feed anymore. They just wait for their necklace to beep. So yeah, you can, the other day I put them around my house to clean up a paddock, and they didn't get any new stuff. And I drove home after milking, drove through their paddock, through the open gates, and they didn't even moo. Whereas before they would have bellowed their house down,
Yeah, and left at 2,000 reserve.
And left at 2,000, yeah, because they would have thought he's here to move me. Yeah. So yeah, that's just something I never thought about.
Great, that was the first job done, and I would say it was pretty successful. Next on the list is to do some pasture planning back at the house.
That was cool, yeah. It's weird though, like not having tail paint on cows, or like there's the only thing saying that she's on heat is your phone. Yeah. But yeah, it picks up a lot of silent ones too. That you wouldn't pick up. So
how was training?
Surprisingly good. Yeah, quicker than I thought it would be. Yeah. Like within 3 days we had no reels.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or on the 3rd day or whatever it was. Yeah. So that was really good. Yeah. Okay, so just going to draw my breaks for tonight's paddock. So we can zoom in. So we're here on the blue dot. Earlier on we were out in the paddock, which is paddock 53, that one there. When you click on it, it brings up all the metrics of the paddock, the size, the cover, how much is in there, growth rates, etc. So I'm going to milk them into there tonight, so we'll add the first break. Today for the young cows, we'll draw a new break. So the first break about there, so I'll offer them a kilo or 2 of their allocation to start with, so they get milked into there. Down the bottom right hand corner there you can see the kilos per cow offered, so that's another 3.2. So that's 3.2 in that break, so that'll be the second break. So after they milk, they move into that one, and then when they're finished with that one, we can give them their last break. Alright, so that's all my breaks. I got the first one, which is 1.5, the second's 3, that's 4.5, and 4 is 8, so that'd be spot on. Yeah, a lot of these tasks are pretty mundane and boring, and you have to do a lot of it to, like this would take hours to put these reels up and get the cows in and stuff, and now you don't have to do that. So yeah, it's been massive for personal life and family and stuff. Okay, so once the cows are into break 3, they'll stay there for the night, and we can bring them in for milking in the morning. So we can schedule the shift out of the paddock via gate number 1 over there, and you can shift them to the milking shed west side, and we'll schedule that for Saturday morning at 4:45 a.m. and schedule the shift, and they'll all be waiting at the cow shed ready for milking. Yeah, so the scheduling the move feature of the app is really cool. It means that the cows are always there on time, because often you can, you know, you're away spreading fert or you're doing this and that, and you forget to move the cow sometimes. Whereas now it's easy, you can set it all up in the morning or whenever, and yeah, as long as the race is set, they'll meet you at the shed ready for milking. So it's really cool, saves a lot of time, and yeah, it's one less thing to worry about when you're busy.
That's the pasture planning done. Next on the list is afternoon milking. Just as Hamish had shown when planning tomorrow's movements, the cows have been scheduled to arrive at the shed for milking at 2:30 p.m. All we need to do now is meet them there.
I was just checking on the watch, so I was like, you left home at 2:05 or 2 o'clock probably, started putting your boots on.
Yep.
Normally, what time would you have had to be in the paddock? You'd had to leave?
Oh, I would have had to be there by 2 to get them here by then. So yeah, it's just saved us half an hour right there, and yeah, you do that twice a day for 2 herds. It's a bit of time.
Yeah.
And yeah, the staff love it because they don't have to go and get them in, and normally they have a longer lunch break.
Yeah, yeah.
So they really enjoy that, yeah. Or they can do something more meaningful with their time, you know?
Yeah. I was just watching them walk too, and they're quite spaced out, so do you think that makes a difference as well? Like,
yeah, it's helped lameness, definitely, because they just dawdle up in their own time.
Yeah.
They can sort of pick the track where they want to walk, and they don't get forced you know, with stones in their feet and all that.
Yeah,
so
that's right,
that's made a big difference too, that I hadn't really thought about. But like every now and again you think about it, you think, shit, that's pretty amazing. You do get used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're really busy and you can't get the cows in for some reason, like, you know, you're tied up doing something, you can just be like, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'll just let them go, you know? So we're right there. That's us, the blue dot and the tankerloop, and yeah, that's all the cows right there. And the last one's just there. We were thinking about getting or something.
Yeah.
Just because of the price, and then I sort of looked into it and I thought, well, it's actually not that much more, really. It's double the price probably, but you get so much more for that extra whatever it is. Our oldest son had cross country, so we had to go up there by 10 o'clock in the morning and just left all the cows set to move and did it up there, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like, we're going to Scotland in June, so we could do it from Scotland if we wanted to. Not that I would, because I'd have to be up in the middle of the night, but I could schedule it, mind you. Yeah.
So that's our jobs for the day. And now it's time for us to leave Hamish to get back to the rest of his day, and for the girls to make their way back to the paddock.